I recently started a PhD in mass communication, but I busted the inside of my Z Flip 6. It like flashes and does all this crazy stuff. Which is why I ordered a small e-ink Android tablet to see if it can solve my PhD workflow. I want to give you 7 insights in 7 days using this new device, and well, if I like it, I'll keep the device long enough to give you a long-term review on this channel. But if I don't, it'll go right back in the mailbox by the end of the episode. Welcome to 52 Weeks. I review the tech that helps creative dads spend more time with their families. To see if my opinion editorial lines up with your lifestyle, these are my priorities when looking for a device, handheld, that can make my life better as a PhD student and father. So, with recently starting a PhD, I have needed to adjust my tech stack and figure out how best to put together a package that does what I need. This is the Boox Palma 2. And honestly, it is way bigger than I expected it to be. The dream idea that I'm trying to accomplish is to fragment my tech capabilities in a couple different ways so that I can leave different things at home depending on my needs. A decent concept, but we'll see if this can solve my problems within 1 week. Okay, small discovery. I had seen someone else doing this, but it makes me so happy, right? Keyboard working over here. If I change my Bluetooth to connect to this, and boom, I've got everything typing on here. Never in 15 plus years of owning smart devices have I realized that the backlight isn't on when my alarm went off. Yikes. That's exactly what happened. Okay, a couple things for you today. One, this thing is excellent at working outdoors. It's better than my laptop screen because of all the glare. It just works great for taking places. And second, it gets a lot of questions. People have heard of the Remarkable, but most people haven't heard of like these smaller category of e-ink devices yet. As someone who basically lives on a college campus right now, Wi-Fi is everywhere, and this device feels like a smartphone. But by day 4, I had become annoyed with the fingerprint reader of all things. Smart Lock was a setting that was the biggest game changer to discover. It's a feature that allowed me to keep my device unlocked at specific locations that I set. I'm sure a lot of you are curious what the photo function looks like, right? Refresh rate is fine, and it takes plenty fast. I will say it focuses slower than a lot of the devices that I've used. So I had one major complaint from the people who watched my Remarkable 2 review, and that was I didn't give enough attention to reading on the device. And so I figured I'd put some time in to see how that experience is on the Palma 2. And, well, Kindles, ebooks, really great. PDFs, on the other hand, are a little small, but some of the larger Android e-ink devices might be banging for it. Like, the more I use these devices, the more I think as a tool, a tablet size might be excellent. The final test was taking it out a night out on day 7, and I quickly noticed that I would take it out of my pocket every time I sat down because it was big. I think going forward I'll keep it in a backpack or car so I have emergency access to email or apps, but for the most part, I only have a dumb phone on my person.
I feel like it's a good size to like tell your brain that it's not something you're pulling out all the time. I feel like it's there if you need it.
E-ink screens remain undefeated for feeling physical and organic. And like the second I opened this up, I was like, huh, the Big Me Hisense Pro might be something worth checking out. So let me know if you're interested in that. This week, the Boox Palma 2 has helped me prefer text-based activities over visual activities when using a handheld device. Oh, that's terrifying. This is awesome because I save my audiovisual experiences for when I'm sitting down in front of a big screen and have nice speakers. When used in conjunction with a stripped-down phone, this gives me access to all the Android utilities that I need, albeit with a few quirks. It's not as accessible as a true smartphone, but it can be used when in a pinch on hotspot. For me right now, I want my environment to encourage reading and writing. And this device seems like it might be a decent solution for that. Something that pushes me to prefer text-based activities. I think I'm going to hold on to this device for a little bit longer. I need to reflect on the usability of slower e-ink devices as well as the size of the Palma. This was week 1. I'll check back in later for a long-term review of the Boox Palma 2. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.